Let's go. All right, we're back with another Condensed Go game. This one is 2021, so it's a couple years old, digging through the archives, trying to get caught up. Let's get into it. I'm playing as black as a 10k up against white, 9k, so pretty evenly matched. And let's dive right in here. So, pretty basic opening. This one, I'm trying to flip through it fairly quick now. All right, this move right here, I don't love that. Let's just turn that on. There we go. Right here. Oh, blue? Gross. I don't want blue. I want red so you can see it. Yeah? Much better. There we go. So this move right here, I don't love that now. I usually go lower so that you can't kind of dig underneath if you're white and connect there. But c'est la vie. Like I said, a couple years old. I'd play that a little bit differently. Just what he did there, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't like if I play up high, he goes there. Or if I was here, I could play there and kind of push him back out. So is what it is. Let's see what happens. So I'm trying to take that bottom left-hand corner. Pushing his white stones along the bottom there. He jumps out. Now I'm trying to secure that right-hand corner. All right, so let's just pause it right here for a second. We're 36 moves in. And what do we have? All right, so I got this bottom right corner, nice and safe. And this actually turned out pretty well because it looks like I have kind of this chunk here. Mind you, there is a bit of a gap in here and here, right? And I think that'll come out later. We'll see that because right now this group looks totally safe. What's he gonna do? I can spill out into the center of the board. Not terribly concerned, but keep your eye on this chunk right here. These guys, I think they get into some danger. Anyway. Moving on. So now I push on that left-hand side. He dives right in the middle. Fair enough. Pretty aggressive. Jump ahead a bunch here. All right, what do we got? So again, that looks pretty safe. These guys, I don't know, maybe you can spill it here. You know, it's an arrow. Maybe they can connect with this group here. No big deal. Kind of what I'm going for. Just jump ahead a bunch. All right, so looking decent. So where I'm at, move 77 now. So this group here on the upper left-hand side, safe. I have two eyes. That's going to be safe. I got this group down here on the right, also looking pretty good. This group down here, still looking okay. And this group, questionable right now, right? Definitely gonna have one eye in here. We've killed that white stone. But maybe we don't have another one. We probably have one here. It's probably safe, right? Like if we play up here or something, or here, this group will be safe. Maybe we can even kill off these two white stones. But let's see. He gets a bit aggressive. See, right now, moving ahead a couple spots, I only have one eye for this black group, right? We still have in here, but he's essentially removed this eye that was kind of down here. So now maybe we capture these white stones and this becomes our eye, kind of enclose that. Or we can just, you know, keep spilling out this way, figure something out. And his white, let's look at white for a second, actually. I haven't really looked at white yet. So he's got this upper left-hand corner. He'll probably get something up there. This group down here, totally safe along the bottom, and it's coming up. I don't have that contained. And then, actually, this is connected right through, right? So this is all one group along that left-hand side. There we go. So I can't jump in there. I mean, there's a possibility I split that off, but realistically, that's probably all one group, going to be safe, and that's even potentially connected here. So white's actually looking pretty decent, and if we look at the AI score up here, this is kind of giving the prediction of where we're at, who's got the advantage, who's winning. And started out the game, white was an advantage. Then it switched, I had the advantage. Now for quite a chunk here, white is seemingly in control. Let's find out what happens. Usually I do games where I win, let's be honest. And I guess you can look ahead and see that I also won. But anyway, black. Jump ahead a bunch here. Oh, let's step back a couple. Perfect, here we go. So I was talking about killing this group earlier, right? So what do we got? Bam, right there. those white stones, I think they're toast now. You can't really get out here, you can't get out here, and that has also created the second eye for this black group. Lovely little move, I would say. He tries to get out. I try and contain. I contain. He forces me to save that black stone. Forces me again. He connects up. I do the same thing. Cut him off one more time. He's only got 1, 2, he's got 3 liberties left for this white group, right? He can go here, here, and here, and that's it. He's got nowhere else to go for that group unless he kills off some of my black stones. So I think I basically have this guy killed. He gets a little rowdy, trying to push me around, maybe trying to save that group, but then he gives up. So I've essentially killed that group of stones there. So I think that black group, totally fine. Let's jump ahead to this lower corner. I'm going to go back a couple here. So he goes in here, which aggressive move, because then I'm just going to take him out. But then he jumps in, and this is what I was talking about before, keeping an eye on this group. He has now cut these guys off, right? And I maybe should have played that differently looking at it now. I don't know. I gave up, I think, a lot of stones down here. That was a sneaky move on his part. Let's watch that again. So he goes there to C2. Kind of forcing my hand. Do I want to save this little guy? Do I want to save those two? I don't know if I would have played that now. Looking back at it, it might have been better to go here or maybe here, and really try and save that group. Maybe I got a little greedy. Let's see how it plays out. So he ends up connecting around there, right? And now this group is totally cut off from the corner, so good luck making a couple eyes up there. That doesn't look very good. And this group down here, I think I can save this. So I can play at D1, I can play at E3, and then I have one eye here, and then I have one eye somewhere in here. So the corner's probably okay, but this group, not looking good. Back it up. So at that point, I think I've just kind of accepted that this group's dead, and I played up to this corner because I didn't want the same thing happening. And then, all right, I go for the top of the board, which wide open, no one's even touched it. He plays on the inside there. He's saving this, exactly what you'd expect. Jumps in the corner, sure, fine, whatever. Do your thing. He can take a couple stones there in the middle. But don't forget, I have this whole group right now, and it's not contained at all. So like maybe I can seal this side off. Maybe I can kind of cut across here, and then all of a sudden, everything in the middle there, that's all mine, right? That'd be huge. And at this point, where are we? So at this point, the game has swung back in my favor. If we look up here where this little white line is, it's in black territory, meaning I have the advantage. So the computer thinks I'm winning at this point. So somewhere along the line, if we go back to, somewhere about here, where this is where the momentum swung, because I killed off this white group, and all of a sudden the computer is thinking, oh, now it went from 40% chance of winning to now 70% chance of winning, jumped way up. And now I'm up to it says 97%. Wow, that's pretty solid. But you'll see if you jump ahead here to move 150, 160, sorry, 170-ish, then the white gets advantage, so stay tuned. What do we got? Back to where we were. Okay, so we got the right-hand side of the board. It's a huge chunk of territory, right? We got that whole side that's massive. That's looking great. Maybe I can run that right up. No, I take that back. Next move, he cuts it off. There we go. No big deal. I jump in the middle there to split off his. So he's got one group up here now and another group down here. I split that group in half. Let's see what happens. Forcing those 3 stones. He's trying to eat into my space up here. Which he does, actually. He does a decent job there. Yeah, my black stones, are they in trouble here? Let's go back it up a couple here. Right now, sorry, I'm just going to go backwards a couple more. There we go. Black stones look like they're in trouble. It doesn't look particularly good. I like this move because it forces him to connect there, otherwise it'd kill off his little stone. I make a nice little move down to the right-hand side of the board. So I'll get an eye up here, I'll get an eye up here. Probably safe. What's he do? But then, yeah, see, he gets aggressive there. With this move, he goes in here. I don't think he should have done that. He should have played right here. I think that's what the computer's saying with that weird symbol. I don't know what that means. We need a legend on this thing. Because if he connected there, he might be able to cut my group in half. Anyway, I think that would have been a good move on his part, but didn't do it. And then he goes up to the top of the board, so I take that move. A couple moves later, what's he gonna do? Interesting, I guess. Oh yeah, okay, so this is a great move. By going here, he has to go here next, right? Because that's a great move for me. If he ignores that, let's play this out. Let's say he ignores that and forces me here, but then I ignore that. All of a sudden, I've cut off this group, right? He's toast. Boom, that's massive. So yeah, you can't do that. What's he do? Let's jump back a couple here. There we go. So I play in there. He's got to connect, which means my next move is there at 0-15. I kill off these 2 stones. All of a sudden, this black group, totally alive, nice and safe. Let's go. And then I think it's just a couple finishing moves to finish this up. He's trying to steal some territory up at the top. At this point, yeah, he's resigned. 189, he's given up because the computer is saying that I have a 96 to 99% chance of winning. Let's look at the scores here, kind of an estimate. And yeah, it says I was up by 14 points. So I probably had it. Big game. I don't know if I can do the estimate and drawing mode at once. Can I do that? No. That's annoying. Oh well. Because, yeah, I got the right-hand side of this board, all mine. Little group down here. This group, unfortunately, totally dead. So he won that. He's got a massive, like that's a huge chunk of white stones right there, right? I've got up here, this black group is alive, this white group is dead, and I got a bunch of space up here. So this is like, actually let's go back in and look at the estimated score, because I think there's like groups inside of groups here. This will be interesting. So everything in black is mine, everything in white is his, right? So you can see I got the right-hand side of the board, that's all black. He has a massive chunk down here in the bottom because he killed off that group of mine. So he's got a huge chunk of territory, offset a little bit by the fact that I killed some of his stones up here. But then my central group is pretty big, actually. That worked out well. He's got a little chunk in the corner. This is kind of a crazy, skinny little group up here. So he's got, it's interesting, he's got the white corner. I've kind of surrounded that with the black territory. And then he's kind of surrounded that with his white territory. So it's like a group instead of a group instead of a group. Pretty interesting. Don't see that too often. No one gets killed off up there. Everyone's safe. Yeah, a little chunk on the top left. He's kind of got me surrounded, but doesn't have a lot of territory with that group. So the right-hand side, that really won me the game. And then getting a huge chunk in the middle there, killing off his group. But it could have been close with his big kill at the bottom there. That was a decent little game. So anyway, we should wrap that one up. Probably longer than I expected. And we will see you in the next one. Let's go.